We are entering a new year with almost no progress in engineering and technology. Let me show you what the leading publications of India have been saying about us. Every year, we produce 750,000 engineers. That's a big number. We are second only to China. But there's one more interesting number that I want you to focus on. The Economist says that only 20% of them are employable. What this means is, even after 6 months of training, only 20% of these engineers that we produce every year can be absorbed in the industry. If you do a quick math, it comes out to be about 600,000 engineers every year that we produce aren't fit for the industry. The problem is now a bigger one. We are creating unemployment at a faster rate than ever before. And you know, this problem arises from our education system, and I hope you'll agree with this. By the design of it, the education system that we have focuses more on mugging up the topics, mugging up the subjects, and then reproducing them in the examination hall. The system has been designed to produce clerks, people who can simply take orders and then execute them without using their own minds. Another the kind of attitude that the system has developed is this. That's the attitude I experienced while running crazyengineers.com. That's the attitude our engineers have. Our system has completely failed to create problem solvers, innovators, and thinkers. And I believe our country needs these people. And that's the equation that we have come up with. Small ideas with a lot of people, a big number of people can create a big change. And through Crazy Engineers, we are trying to do our bit. Let me just quickly introduce Crazy Engineers and what we do. Our story begins back in 2005. I was employed with a leading IT company. And those who are familiar with the IT company jobs know that 2 years is a big time to get bored. I stuck in there for about 3 years. But when I was working there and I was trying to figure out what to do with my life, now, I thought to myself, ideally I would love to work on very, very big projects. The kind of projects that you typically see in Discovery Channel programs like Extreme Engineering and Megastructures. I hope you've seen those programs. You know, the kind of projects that involve building space elevator or the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa. Then I realized that no matter how hard I tried, I would never get a chance to be a part of such projects. So I thought, okay, I cannot be a part of these projects, but what I can surely do is find a place where engineers who have already been working on these projects, the big projects, the people who have been developing fastest car, I can find a place on the internet and I can start interacting with these people where I would get to know what challenges these people face. For example, the people who have been developing supercomputer, what it feels like to work on a supercomputing project. So I went online. That's the first thing that everyone does. I went on to Google, started searching, and after 10 minutes of searching, which is big time, I was shocked. Then I went on to Yahoo, did the same thing again. Surprises after surprises. Think of this. Engineers are behind everything, almost everything. This building, this mic, this project, this TV, engineers are building everything. But they don't have a place where they could gather together and do something constructive. So essentially, I was trying to figure out, is there a place online where I can interact with engineers and engineers be themselves, think of problems, and come up with solutions? So Crazy Engineers is the place which actually solves this problem. So I said, okay, there is no place, let me start one. So that idea came to my mind. It was 24th of November 2005. this idea struck my mind, and I said, okay, I'll create a place. I knew nothing about creating a website, so I started learning about it. And I dedicated only 2 days to myself, because 26th of November, 2 days later, I wanted to launch the site because it was my birthday. So for the 2 days, I really went sleepless. I didn't eat anything. I worked very hard. And in those 2 days, I was able to manage a basic website. I learned everything from registering a domain name to setting up a website. So Craziness was born on November 26, 2005. And today this place is a place for engineers to exchange ideas, share knowledge, and help each other. We basically are a global network of engineers who come together. They register for free. Everything is free for everyone. They exchange ideas, they help each other, and really work on something constructive. We basically focus on helping each other. Just to give you the numbers, today we are 117,000 engineers registered from over 180 countries. This involves 10-year-old kids to 84-year-old veterans who have been in the industry for 40, 50 years. Amazing people, amazing thoughts, amazing ideas. You can say we have an online version of TED. And as I said, we are doing our own we are taking our simple steps to solve the problems that specifically Indian engineers have been facing. The first problem that we identified was that these engineers had great ideas, amazing ideas. If you look at the projects that these people work on during their 4-year course in engineering, you'll find that they have amazing ideas. But the thing is, they don't know how to express those ideas. So the problem we identified was communication. So we needed to solve this problem, because when engineers would communicate their problems well and ideas well, it would lead to something constructive. So we started approaching people online. Everything happened online. We started approaching people. We created templates for them, and then basically educated them on how to explain or how to express themselves better in the community. And it produced very amazing results. The second problem that we identified was people were seeking free lunches. So we would typically get a query from a person enrolled in postgraduate course, say MTech. He would simply ask us, give me a free project, give me a full PPT. Someone even asked, give me a whole project and send it to my home. So the thing is, they had an attitude problem. We said, we won't give you ready-made stuff. What we expected them was to show us the efforts they have been putting in. So first, show us what you have been doing. If you want a Java code, if you are stuck with the Java code, show us what you have done. Then people, when they shared their efforts, we really went out of the way to help them. When I say we, these are the members of the community. So these were the people who have never seen each other in person. They have never met each other. They didn't know their real names. But they were almost spending sleepless night drawing mechanical designs and everything just to help people. And that's the power of community that we have built on Crazy Engineers. We also figured out that engineers lack motivation. 4 years of engineering course done, and then what to do? The industry does not need innovation. So what we decided, that we will motivate these people. If you look at these photographs, these are the magicians who are behind most of the things that you typically use. For example, the first one is Steve Wozniak, the first person who created personal computer. We all know Steve Jobs. The second person is Mr. Martin Cooper, the inventor of mobile phone. People would really know Motorola invented, but the person, the engineer who's behind the scenes, the magician behind the scenes, are these persons. For example, Gmail, the last photo. We know Google created Gmail, but it's not Google, it's this person who came up with the idea of Gmail. So what we are trying to do is basically motivate people, motivate engineers by showing them the real-life stories of the engineers who are actually changing the world. And this is something I'm really proud of. The cross-discipline discussion. So until now, a chemical engineer would have nothing technical to discuss with a mechanical engineer. On Crazy Engineers, we said if a chemical engineer has an idea, a mechanical engineer has an idea, if something can be worked out together. That's happening on Crazy Engineers now. So we have a mechanical engineer, chemical engineer, electrical engineer, a robotics guy collaborating online to come up with something that has been never thought of before. And Crazy Engineers is driving this force. We are also a technology blog. It's called Voice. CE stands for Crazy Engineers. Voice is basically a minute-by-minute, hour-by-hour technology update blog. People don't know what's happening in the technology world. That's one of the challenges that our engineers face. And Crazy Engineers is solving that problem by giving them one place where they can come and see all the technological advancements. In the future, we are trying to be a place where people with all their crazy, wacky ideas come to us, use our technical expertise, and benefit from them, and bring their ideas to reality. And I will leave you with the confidence that the next big thing is going to come from Nagpur. Thank you.